Can you solve these riddles with me? Let's solve 100 riddles today. What gets sharper the more you use it? Your brain. What belongs to you, but others use it more than you do? Your name. What can you catch, but not throw? A cold. What has many keys, but can't open any locks? A piano. What gets wetter the more it dries? A towel. What has one eye but can't see? A needle. What has legs but doesn't walk? A table. What can travel around the world while staying in one corner? A stamp. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? The letter M. What begins with T, ends with T, and has T in it? A teapot. What has words but never speaks? A book. I have no life, but I can die. What am I? A battery. You see me once in June, twice in November, and not at all in May. What am I? The letter E. What gets bigger the more you take away from it? A hole. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. What am I? An echo. What can fill a room but takes up no space? Light. What kind of band never plays music? A rubber band. What can run but never walks? A river. What has a face and two hands but no arms or legs? A clock. What comes down but never goes up? Rain. What kind of tree can you carry in your hand? A palm. What begins with an E, ends with an E, but contains only one letter? An envelope. What is full of holes but still holds water? A sponge. What has a thumb and 4 fingers but isn't alive? A glove. What has 1 head, 1 foot and 4 legs? A bed. What can you keep after giving to someone? Your word. What's easy to lift but hard to throw? A feather. What goes through cities and fields but never moves? A road. What has no bones but can stand up? Jelly. What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on? A coat of paint. What has no beginning, end or middle? A donut. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck. What goes up and down but doesn't move? A staircase. What can you hear but not see or touch? Your voice. What gets shorter as it grows older? A pencil. What's really easy to get into and hard to get out of? Trouble. What kind of cup doesn't hold water? A hiccup. What doesn't have lungs but needs air? A balloon. What goes up when rain comes down? An umbrella. What can't be burnt in a fire or drowned in water? Ice. What has teeth but doesn't bite? A comb. What walks on water but never swims? A shadow. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. What can't be used once it's wet? A matchstick. What doesn't get any wetter no matter how much it rains? The sea. What word is always spelled wrong? Wrong. What turns everything around but does not move? A mirror. What's lighter than a feather but impossible to hold for long? Your breath. What becomes white when it's dirty? A chalkboard. What's made of water but if you put it into water, it dies? An ice cube. What can you break just by saying it? Silence. What has a ring but no finger? A telephone. What kind of room has no doors or windows? A mushroom. What has a spine but no bones? A book. What has pages but isn't a book? A calendar. What comes to you but you never see it coming? Tomorrow. What never asks a question but gets answered all the time? A phone. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? Short. What comes with a lock but no key? Hair. What can run but has no legs? Water. What can you hold without ever touching it? A conversation. What is so fragile that saying its name breaks it? Silence. What has a bed but doesn't sleep and runs but never walks? A river. What gets lost every time you stand up? Your lap. What never stops running but has no legs? Time. What do you find in the middle of nowhere? The letter H. What has no eyes but can cry? A cloud. What has roots but never grows? family tree? What gets broken without being held? A promise. What do you throw away when you want to use it? An anchor. What comes out at night without being called? The stars. What never speaks but tells you everything? A mirror. What can be cracked, made, told and played but not eaten? A joke. What has no doors but can be entered and has no space but holds everything? Your mind. What can you find in the middle of the night? The letter G. What has a tongue but cannot talk? A shoe. What is black when clean and white when dirty? A chalkboard. What has no body but can still hold a head? A pillow. What falls but never hits the ground? Temperature. What is always on its way but never arrives? Tomorrow. What can be opened but never closed again? An egg. What has 88 keys but can't open a single door? A piano. What can't be seen but controls your every move? Your thoughts. What has feet but no shoes? A ruler. What gets louder the more silence you give it? A thought. What has a handle but no door? A cup. What starts with a P, ends with an E, and has thousands of letters? A post office. What kind of lion doesn't roar? A dandelion. What flies without wings and cries without eyes? A cloud. What do you buy to eat but never eat? A plate. What lives in winter, dies in summer, and grows with its roots upward? An icicle. What has a head and a tail but no body? A coin. What has 2 hands but no arms? A clock. What has teeth but never eats? A zipper. What's always in front of you but can't be seen? The future. What room do ghosts avoid?